What's up, everybody? It is Matt here. Thursday Night Football, Steelers and Browns. I have some picks for you here, but first I wanted to share my Sunday plays. We went 5 for 6. We just needed Derek Carr to get 2 rush attempts. It breaks my heart because I went to ESPN.com and I looked at the entire play-by-play, and it turns out that Jake Haener went into victory formation and took the kneel down twice. Should have been Derek Carr and we would have totally won that. Speaking of winning, if you followed my plays, down below, where I share my bonus picks and plays, I uploaded a juicy NFL Week 11 parlay where we won here too. Dolphins to win, and in both of these games for both teams to score 20 points, which they did. $50 turned into $293. I also posted another 6-leg parlay where we just needed Chase Brown to score a touchdown, but he didn't. And we were close, but we still made $50. And we go over here to another 4-leg that I put together for fantasy score. George Kittle was a scratch, but we still covered. We went 3 for 3, which is really good news heading into week 11 as we have this positive momentum. Let's go. All right, everybody, my first pick here is going to be George Pickens. I'm taking advantage of the taco. 38.5. He's going to get this. He's been the number one option for Russell Wilson. Even if you were watching this video and it is not here, 58.5. I was going to put 58.5 on my parlay regardless. And if you don't like either of these two, something that's really great that you should be also considering, or if you're even looking for another parlay, George Pickens, longest reception at 23.5. This is great because if you go to ESPN.com and you look at his game log for all the games this season, check this out. LNG, it's the long. His longest pass catch of that game, 23.5 is what we're looking at. He's got it in every single game here except twice. Once versus Denver, and then once versus Dallas. He's hitting it literally in his last 5 games in a row. I really like that. I might have to sneak that in. But for the sake of this video, I am just going to be putting in George Pickens at 38.5 receiving yards. My second pick here is we are going with the pass yards of Jamus Winston. This guy's pass yards have been going up all day long. I've been keeping my eye on it. It started at 206 and it is all the way at 209. So hopefully it stays here by the time you watch this video. They are underdogs in this game, obviously, and I can see the game script being very pass heavy. Jamus Winston has gone over to at least 108.5 passing yards in his last 3 starts, and he's averaging 44.3 pass attempts per game, which is a great sign. Jamus Winston, I really love this play. This is probably one of my favorite ones. And a fun little note here is in 10 years in the NFL, Jamus Winston has never played the Pittsburgh Steelers. He didn't play him in Tampa because he was suspended, and he didn't play him in New Orleans because he was injured. Really interesting stuff there. I got 2 picks down and 2 to go. If you're still with me here, Cedric Tillman, this guy is the wide receiver 1 for the Cleveland Browns. And I am going to be looking for Cedric Tillman right now for his receptions. Ever since Amari Cooper left town, this is Jamus Winston's number 1 go-to guy. He didn't get it last week versus New Orleans. It was a blowout, and there was a lot of different options, like Elijah Moore got a lot more playing time and things like that. But this is the true wide receiver 1. And if we go back to ESPN.com and we look at Cedric Tillman's stats, ever since Amari Cooper left town, look at the targets, 12, 9, 11, and 8. And you're telling me he only needs to catch 4 passes in a game script that favors him? And not to mention the Steelers are middle of the line when it comes to pass defense. So I'm really liking this here. So we have 3 picks down and I have 1 more to go. And this is going to be one of my favorite picks. We are looking at the sacks. TJ Watt in prime time is what football is all about. He got a sack last week in Baltimore, which is really hard to bring down Lamar Jackson. But let me share this little nugget of information with you. Cleveland Browns, they lost their best offensive lineman to a season-ending injury last week. Not to mention TJ Watt, he sees the Browns twice a year. And look what he has done in 2 games last year. Sack category 1, 1, half, 4, 1.5. So he's on a 5-game stretch of getting at least a quarter of a sack. And that defense is scary, especially when they're not healthy, when the offensive line isn't healthy for the Browns. So this is what I'm doing, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the picks. Rocking $25 to win a cool 187. I got George Pickens, Jamus Winston, TJ Watt, and Cedric Tillman. I want to say thanks for watching, everyone, and good luck.